Good morning, all. Can someone please confirm if my screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes.
we waited enough. Let's go ahead and start. Right. So we'll start exactly from where we stopped yesterday. Right. So you guys will have the rhythm when you watch the recording. We completed NSG practical. Right, and then I was asking some questions based on the diagram. So we'll continue on that. I'll simply improve this diagram a little bit, so it will be easier for you to answer. Meanwhile, if you guys have any questions, please ask. Just give me 2 minutes. I'm updating this diagram, writing something. Right? And if you have any questions, please do ask. Okay, that's all I had to add, guys. That's the only line I had to add. I'll delete this also. I'll add it later. Now, do you have any questions or should we start? Okay, let's get started. If you guys don't have any questions, then uh, read it properly. I'll be adding something to this. I'll be deleting something from this, right? I'll be asking some questions based on this. So now, very first question, if read the rules properly, these are being applied on inbound and outbound both, right? And destination is from any to any. Now, port and everything I'm not writing because it is very clearly implied when I'm saying RDP, port is 3389. Okay. When I say internet, port is 80. Now, the question is if VMB it's trying to take RDP to VME, will it work or not? VMB, it is trying to take RDP to VME. Yes, guys. Yes, no, maybe. Will it work? Will it not work?
It will work.
Okay. Anyone who thinks it will not work?
No. RDP deny है
Hmm.
when I use this so it will work.
Yes, it won't work.
Okay.
हैदर भाई
Okay.
यहाँ पर आईडीपी डिनाइड है,
Okay.
राइट? द
हाँ
मोमेंट ट्रैफिक इज लीविंग फ्रॉम हियर, ये पैकेट में आरडीपी का ये है 3389 पे ट्रैफिक आ रहा है. सो द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग इट इज गोइंग हियर, ये इसका लोकल एनएसजी है.
हाँ got it.
ठीक है.
I thought
Then,
the inbound outbound rule from minute to that allowed.
हाँ,
That's why I
इसीलिए
thought.
यहाँ पर इस आरडीपी डिनाई को हमने आउटबाउंड पे भी लगा रखा है. सी,
हाँ got it. Yeah, correct.
गॉट इट? सो आरडीपी विल बी
Yeah.
डिनाइड. Now, some traffic you guys from your laptop, it's trying to access RDP to VMB. Will it work or not? Others also,
No,
other than Hanif and Heather now. Yeah, Hanif, you can also answer. It's okay. Will it work or not? VMB. You are
no, it
trying to
will
take
not work
RDP. It will not work. Why?
because the RDP is denied inbound,
Same. RDP
inbound and
is denied
outbound.
and it is on inbound and outbound both. Now, same person. Okay, VMB did not work. I'm going to go ahead and take RDP to prod VM. Is it going to work or not?
It will work.
हाँ
Okay. Anyone thinks it won't work? Nagma, what do you think? Shagun, Shehbaz, what do you guys think? This is your laptop. You're sitting here and you are trying to take RDP. Excuse me for my diagram, guys. To this machine, prod VM. Is it going to work or not? Yes, Tushar says it will work. Anyone who thinks it won't work?
Yes, it's work. It will work.
No, it will not work, guys. Shagun says it will work. No, it won't work. Do we have any direct energy on this NIC? Though this is a virtual machine, but I have told you always that we'll be targeting NIC. Virtual machine has a NIC. NIC has an NSG. So I'm calling it as a NIC. So this machine, right? Do you think this machine, or forget think, do you see any NSG being associated with this NIC?
No,
No, right? So what is the next nick which will apply to this machine? Is there any nick in the whole way? If any traffic is going from this machine, for example, VMB, or I'll take this example, VMF. If any traffic needs to be traveled inbound or outbound, what happens? This machine first will check if there is any energy to check any rule. No? Fine, let's go ahead. Check if there is energy. Yes, no, act based on that. This is a hint for you guys. Now, prod VM. Which subnet is it is a part of? This
prod
machine
submit.
is a part of this subnet. This machine directly doesn't have an energy, that is okay. But what about this subnet? Does it have any energy?
Yes,
What does it say about RDP? Okay, sorry
allowed.
guys. Yeah, you're correct. I thought we kept it denied. You guys are right. But did you understand the logic? Why is it allowed and why is it denied? If it was denied here, it was because of this. And if it is allowed, it is because of this. I'm so sorry. I thought it is denied here also. But did you understand the logic that if this machine doesn't have, it's okay. It will again go to the next subnet and check if there is any energy. So all of you who said yes, including people who messaged Shagun and others, you are correct because it is allowed here. Got it? This rule is
Yes.
allowing you to uh, use RDP. If this was denied instead of allowed, if this was denied, then my answer would have been correct and it is not working. Even if it doesn't have any energy on this machine, but subnet has a energy and that energy is denying, hence it will not work. But in this case, it is allowed, so it will work. So you guys are correct in this one. Clear till here?
Yes.
Now, I'm changing this rule. Okay, I'm allowing it here and I'm denying it here. Okay. Now, VMB, again, VMB is trying to take RDP to VME. Is it going to work or not?
No.
And where is it blocking?
Above.
NSGB.
On subnet level.
Yes.
On subnet level.
Yes. Subnet level, network security group B, whatever you want to call it. Both answers are correct. Because it is leaving the traffic from here. It is leaving the traffic from here. It says, okay, RDP is allowed. Let's go ahead. But the moment it goes here, checks with this energy, it says, no, it is denied. Got it? Now, prod VM. Again, same VM I'm taking, for example. Will RDP work here? I mean, that's a very simple question. Won't even explain. Just need an answer from you guys. RDP allowed from this machine or to this machine, from this machine to anywhere, or from anywhere to this machine. Is RDP allowed on this machine? Prod VM?
No.
No,
No.
simple, right? It is denied here. Okay, now VME. Will you be able to take RDP to this machine?
No.
And why not?
Uh, Inbound rule is denied. Denied RDP.
To which subnet?
In NSGB.
See, NSGB is only connected to this one. I mean, if it is confusing you, let me delete this connector. and put it in a different manner. Okay. It isn't connected to all the subnets. This is the connection. So test subnet doesn't have any network security group. Now tell me, RDP to this machine or from this machine to this machine, is it going to work or not?
It will work.
Okay. It will not work because yesterday, if you guys remember, I told you that if you do not apply any energy, it will block most of the thing. It will block most of the things. Okay. So it won't work. Now let's create another NSC. This is, I have NSC C. And I'm not writing anything, which means it is everything is with default rules. Okay, I apply that to VMF. Okay, and I apply this to VME. Don't get confused. Okay, if you are getting confused, I can delete old connections if you want. Otherwise, start reading this. I can show you some original diagrams. You are going to see hundreds of lines. So start reading it properly. From NSGB, though you won't see these movements, etc. You'll see subtle lines properly drawn, but we don't have time and we don't want to waste on that. Right? So NSGB, it is connected to VME. By the way, is it possible to connect this NSGB to a machine, to a subnet, to a different subnet? Is it possible to connect one NSG to multiple resources, maybe two, three machines, two, three subnets? Is it possible, guys?
Yes, it
Yes.
is.
Yes, it is. And is this possible now? What I'm going to draw, is this possible? Look at VMF and tell me if that diagram is possible. And give me an
It's
answer
not
in full
possible
sentence. No, what is not possible? Give me the answer in full sentence.
because I guess one machine it can't be uh one machine can't be a part of two NSGs.
Perfect. Yeah. Instead of machine, let's use word NIC, right? Because it's not
Okay.
only machine. If you put a NIC on storage account, again the same thing will happen, apply, right? But okay, that is also fine. And avoid adding I guess in your answer. Are you not sure about it? I mean, sometimes they do ask this. Why are you guessing? Are you not sure about it? Be firm about it. Your answer is correct. Yes. One NIC cannot be associated with two NSGs at a time. One NSG can be associated with multiple subnets and multiple NICs, or multiple NICs and multiple subnets, vice versa, however you want it. You can attach it. Fine. So now VMF. Will internet work if I try Google from this VMF? Will it work or not?
Yes, it will work.
And why will it work?
Because the default Azure is applied, right?
Hmm.
So in that outbound rule, the second rule is it allow for the internet traffic by
Perfect.
default.
That's how you have to answer because the NSC is associated with this has only default rules, and out of six default rules, three inbound, three outbound, and out of these three outbound rules, one of them is, even if you don't remember the order, it's okay. You can just play with the words. One of them is the allow internet. Hence, internet is allowed here. VME. Will internet work?
No, it will not work.
No,
Simple.
no.
No.
It won't work, right? Why? Because we are denying it. Now, I host a website, right? I host a website, UT-Kloud.com on VMB and VMF. On VMF, you guys are trying to access. I've given you the IP address. You guys are trying to access my website on VMF. Is it going to work?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
anyone else
yes.
who thinks it won't work? Yes, guys? Anyone who thinks it won't work? Actually, it won't work. Next, the same website I'm hosting on VMB. I'll explain that, don't worry. Same website I'm hosting on VMB, this VM. Will my website work or not?
It will not work
Why not?
because that NSGB is applied on subnet level, right? And it's having the deny internet rule.
Is it denied? Look at it
NSGB,
properly. Guys, are you able to read it? Read the diagram properly.
NS,
On VMB, it is internet is allowed.
but on subnet level, I'm saying the deny internet, right?
Hmm.
NSGB,
Here, right?
yeah,
Yes.
Still.
Hmm.
So will it work or will it not work?
yeah, it will not work.
Will not.
Okay. So answer, uh, it's mix and match, correct, partial correct. So I'll explain it from scratch, right? You guys fit yourself wherever you are, whatever you have answered, whether it is correct or not. My website, it's not going to work on any of these. Irrespective, even if this was allowed, it won't work. Even if it didn't have any energy here, it won't work. Let's say that if I remove this connection. Now this VM has only this one and it says allow internet. It is still not going to work. Why? Internet, it's a different thing, guys. You remember while accessing the internet, let me go here. Look at this. Which rule is allowing the internet?
Outbound,
This rule.
outbound,
We can always use the priority number to
yeah.
note down the rule, okay? Or outbound rule number second. This rule is allowing the internet. Is it the same rule which we will use if I want to host a website? Which rule I have been talking about if I want to host a website? And that rule you always see while creating machine also. And we discussed about it yesterday.
Oh,
HTTP.
HTTP.
HTTP,
Yeah,
right? Which is
yes, sir.
port number 80. So just because if I
Yeah.
allow internet inbound and outbound doesn't make any sense, right? That's a different thing. HTTP, it's a different thing because when I say my website, it's not always on the internet. I can have my basic website, right? Which only my machines, my users are using. These are my employees, and I have created a website which is helping my employees to download their payslip, which are helping them to apply their leaves. Anything internally, it's not even going outside. It doesn't have anything to do with internet. So HTTP uh, rule should be enabled. Inbound or outbound, where will I enable the HTTP rule? If I am hosting a website on VMB and VMF, so will it be inbound rule or outbound rule?
Inbound.
Yes, inbound. So I'll have to allow HTTP here. This is HTTP, guys. HTTP. Or if it is a secure website, then HTTPS. It doesn't matter. So HTTP allowed inbound on these two machines, right? And now that's a different case. Whether you put a public IP, from outsiders will able to access it. You don't put a public IP, insiders will be able to access it. So if you are allowing from outside, so you don't have to do anything extra. You just have to allow port 80 for this machine's incoming traffic. Whether you want this to be accessible from outside or inside, that merely depends on the IP. You give a public IP, it's accessible from outside. I exactly have the same setup ready. I'll show you the example. I'll give you the example for that. But is the theory part clear to all of you?
Yes.
Okay. Now, let me add some more complex scenarios because NSG, they do ask a lot on NSG, right? Hence, we are spending so much time on this. But today we are going to finish NSG, especially, in fact, in this session itself. Next one, we are going to start some new topic. Now, let's say, let me delete something from here. I have this energy, and I want internet should not work on any of my machine. What should I do and where should I do? You guys will tell me now. I'm just trying to bring it from with the other line, but if it is not coming, it's okay. Just okay, I got it, fine. So it's clear for you guys that this is connected to all of these. Sorry. Now I want internet to be allowed. What do I have to do? Where do I have to do? Internet should be allowed from all these machines. Feel free to let me know that remove this energy, add new energy, whatever comes to your mind. You can add new energy also, you can delete the energy also, you can ask me to edit rules also, however or whatever you like. But I want to achieve this. That's it.
In by default rule, the internet is like
Yeah.
Allowed.
already allowed,
Internet
right?
is allowed by default.
Perfect. So I don't have to
Not
do
from
anything.
yeah.
Got it?
Yes.
Now imagine we have hundreds of machine. Okay, I'm just exaggerating. The names are same, but I hope you will understand it now. So internet is allowed. I don't have to do anything. Now I want to deny internet on prod VM, VMB, and this VMB. On these three, what should I do? Rest everything should be fine. They should be able to access the internet. It's okay. I want I want to deny internet. Forget three. I want to just deny internet on these two. What should I do now?
Attaching NSG on this VM.
So you want me to create
Whichever
another
will be.
energy?
Yes.
Okay, let's say I created another energy. Now what should I do in this energy?
Add a rule for denying internet.
Okay, चलो deny internet कर दिया हमने. Next what? This is deny internet energy. Now what?
It should be attached to that VM. NIC on the NIC.
This VM and this VM. Yes, guys. Will it work? Anyone who thinks it won't work or any other idea do you have? Yes, guys. Quickly, we have to cover one more thing in energy. Yes,
We
Ibtisam.
have to give we have to give it lower priority.
Good. See, hence I want you people to speak about it, talk about it. Lower priority from which number? Lower
From
from which?
65001.
Yes. I mean, obviously that is going to happen because the moment you create a new rule, when you are creating a rule, you can create rule with priority 100 to 4096. And even if you want, you can't create it with a higher priority, right? Uh, so because here this is default rule. Now let's say I'm talking about RDP. Instead of internet, I have allowed RDP here. Allow RDP. And here the priority number is 200. Destination, any, source, any. Again, I don't want RDP to work here on these two machines. What will I do?
Adding a rule on NSG with a priority number less than 200.
Okay. Deny RDP any to any priority number I am keeping 300. Yes, yes. Do you think this is going to work or not? Don't be in
I
a hurry
don't
to
think
answer. Read it properly, go through it, think about it in the mind that how is it going to travel, right? How is it going to work? So it did not tell me, will it going to work or not?
We will have to change the destination.
And why would I do that?
We have to apply denied to these two VMs.
Okay, good thinking. Yeah, you can change, but that's okay. No, I said any to any, but I have applied it only on these two VMs. That's a good approach though. That you could have created a new rule here, and in destination, you must have selected only these two VMs. That's also a good approach. But in this case, I'm only applying this to these two VM. Are you getting it, तुषार?
Okay.
इन दो VM के
हाँ
अलावा मैंने इसको अप्लाई नहीं किया ना, तो इसके लिए एनी का मतलब ही ये दो ही हुआ. आई एम सेइंग एनी, बट वो अप्लाई मैंने दो पे ही तो कर रखा है. Got my point?
okay.
But your approach is correct. But if I would have done that on NSGA, then I would have selected the destination. That's a good approach. Again, back to my question. Is this solution going to work or not? My aim is that prod VM should not be able to accessible by RDP. Yes, guys, quickly.
Priority number should be below 200.
Okay, what else?
I think
Anyone
it
else?
will work
And why will it work?
because first the NSG will check the rule of 200, right? Rule number, priority number. On subnet level, it will allow when it will reaches to the NIC level. On the NIC level, it's denied. That's why it's not allowed to RDP.
Not really. Anyone else,
Okay.
guys? It will work for sure. The answer is correct. It is going to work. But the method is not correct. It will never go to NSG first, no matter if of the this priority number. It will always go to the next NSG first. Fine, I'll explain it. So, guys, this priority number, it comes to the picture only when you have conflicting rules in one NSG. It is not across the NSG. This NSG can have the same priority number and same rule. See, we can have this setup also. These are two different NSGs. Don't forget that. They are not conflicting with each other. This machine, इसने अगर traffic send करता है ये machine for RDP, right? If this machine sends outgoing traffic, I'm talking about now. So it will stop here itself. It is as good as consider this is your classroom and this is your monitor who's stopping you. You want to go for the loo, right? This is your monitor at the door. He is stopping you. Forget the head boy. You're not going till here. You don't even know whether he's there or not. You don't even know whether he's going to stop you or not. आप यहीं पर stop हो गए. Getting it, guys? So it doesn't matter यहाँ पर RDP का क्या रूल है, उसका प्रायोरिटी क्या है, whether कोई इसको अलाउ कर रहा है या नहीं कर रहा है, it doesn't matter. यहाँ पर तभी जाएगा when it is going outside from here. यहाँ से अगर परमिशन मिल गई, then it will check, okay, यहाँ पर अभी कोई है क्या. This is the hierarchy. Clear to everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, for the incoming traffic, now you're trying to take RDP to this machine. Now what will happen? An RDP request come with this IP, prod VM RDP. It comes here, prod VM RDP. According to this NSG, it says, forget it, prod VM or VMB or VMA, RDP is allowed for everyone from my side. Go ahead. Fine. Traffic is routing here, right? It already passed the NSG. Subnet का NSG pass हो गया. It is going which VM? Okay, prod VM. But now it says prod VM has one more NSG. It comes here. Is RDP allowed inbound? It says no, sorry, no RDP allowed. So again, RDP is not working. But for inbound request, it is passing through with one NSG and stopping on the second one. But for outbound request, it will stop at the first one itself. Confusing or is it clear, guys?
Clear.
We can go ahead and take this example with different terms. It's very simple. If I simply just allow RDP here, and then deny RDP here. Now what is going to happen? Any outbound request which we send from here, from this machine, it's allowed. Fine, they are saying it's allowed. But the moment it tries to pass this energy, it will say, sorry, not allowed. Any incoming traffic for this VM, which is on RDP, it will be blocked here itself. It won't even come here. यहाँ पर वो बोल रहा है ठीक है मैंने allow तो कर रखा है, but it's not even coming here. Getting it, guys? Yes, no, maybe. Any confusion? Please feel free to ask. Okay, I'll take that as a no. Still, you guys have any confusion? Do let me know. Now, this is very interesting. Let's say that you want to, you, these are two machines, so it's okay. You can do this. Okay, I have 100 machine here or 1,000 machines here. I got 1,000 machines here in this subnet, and let's make it more easy because the point is not to confuse you guys, but you should learn. All of this, there is a VNet, there is a subnet. All these machines are part of this subnet. And RDP is being denied on this one. These are 1,000 machines. And now I want 200 machines should have RDP. Or, yeah, 200 machines should have RDP. What should I do now? Total 1,000 machines. RDP is allowed at the NAG level, at the subnet level. So by default, RDP is allowed to all of them. But my business need is RDP deny on 200 machines. I'll tell you which 200 machines are those. How will I achieve this? Yes, guys, start sharing your thoughts. Yes, Aragya,
Attaching
are you
NSG
getting it? Attaching
VMs
energy, yeah, fine. Where will I attach energy?
on VMs NIC.
But 200. Do you realize I'm saying 200 machines? Or let me increase the number. And you guys are actually going to see these numbers. The production environment में जाता हो ना तो इतने numbers आराम से दिख जाते हैं. I have 1,500 machines and I want to apply
And we can add on
600.
subnet level.
I have only one subnet. Just for your NSG, I'm not going to change my subnet. There are multiple more things that's attached to this subnet. Connectivity, uh, uh, there are many things which are dependent on this subnet. My networking has been designed already. Just for your one NSG, I'm not changing my subnet. Sorry. I'm not having another subnet. Understand these 1,500 machines are already there. They are ready. They are up and running. You can't ask me to change my IP address. I'm not buying your solution. I'll reject that immediately. No, sorry. Not changing my
Can
subnet.
you add a rule? Sorry, Swell, can you add a rule on NSGA
Hmm.
if for those specific 200 machines?
And where will you mention that for those specific machines? Under rule, which is the component or which is the component where you mention कि ये इसी machine पे apply होना चाहिए. Someone had already answered that. I think Tushar, you answered that, right? In last question. Where will you?
Source.
Yes.
Destination.
Yes, destination,
Destination.
sorry.
Yes. Again, good approach, but no, I'm not doing it for 600 machines. I'm not doing that for 600 machines. Approach, technically it is correct, but tedious and very time consuming. Sorry, I'm not doing that. Technically, approach is correct. I can have a rule here which applies only for that destination. But today I have 600 machines. Tomorrow I can add more 100 machines, where I don't want RDP to be applied. So every time I create a machine, you want me to create a rule? Not possible. As in technically possible, but sorry, client not doing that. Yes, guys.
So we can create rule on the firewall level.
No, there's no firewall. And if I apply anything on firewall, that get applies to complete VNet level, and then it applies to everything. So not no firewall.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we have 30 seconds left in this session. I'm leaving you guys with this question. We'll join in 5 minutes, 11:45 in 4 minutes rather. Think about it. Let me know. If not, then obviously we are going to talk about it. And don't worry if you are not getting the answer. This is something which I haven't covered. Just looking at your thought process, right? So don't worry if you don't know the answer. It's okay. Okay, see you guys in 5 minutes. 11:45 we'll rejoin. I'm stopping the session now.